Let's go! Today we're talking about Cartoon Network, but more specifically, my favorite childhood shows from Cartoon Network. Growing up in the 2010s, as a 2010s kid, I had what I would say one of the best eras of television. The 2010s Cartoon Network era. It was lit. It was crazy, bro. Like, we had the best shows. Nothing against 2000s. They had good shows, but I'm going to be discussing my favorite shows from Cartoon Network that were my childhood favorites, obviously. First of all, we're starting with Gumball. It's a 2010s classic. I remember when this show premiered back in 2011, and oh my god, I just made myself feel really, really old. But I remember the first episode, the DVD. That's the name of the episode, because Gumball Darwin had a DVD overdue at Elmore Video. Come on, ball knowledge, stop playing with me. And you had the doo 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 doo, alligators on their train. Gumball was just peak. You got Gumball, Darwin, and these the whole citizens of Elmore is just an interesting and crazy town where literally anything can happen. Like I was watching as a kid, and then I was like, my parents were like, "Oh, you can't watch it because it's weird," but I would sneak and watch it anyway because it's Gumball. Like, come on. But then after a while, like I stopped. But then later on, I picked it up back on. Like I'd say around 8 or 9 or so. I'd say that's when I started. But yeah, Gumball. You got the whole Citizens, bro. It's one of the most crazy out of pocket shows ever known. And yeah, I might watch the new season, maybe. Next up, the Looney Tunes show. Now, before y'all, it's like, oh, old Looney Tunes is superior. I watched old Looney Tunes too. However, this was not a bad iteration. I love the Looney Tunes show. I love Bugs, Daffy. This was my favorite version of Lola. Yeah, I said it. Fight me. This was just a good show. It's just them in the suburbia area. It's like a sitcom, but still had Looney Tunes. It was a very funny show. And of course, the Merry Melodies. Like, I could list so many, bro. Like the Martian one with Marvin the Martian. Oh, you got the 3D Roadrunner shorts with Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Those were peak too. Bro. It was like, it was a lovely Looney Tunes show. Rewatching it, because I've been rewatching it as I get older, you're like, wow, Daffy's a horrible roommate. It's like, why is Bugs letting this man live with him, bro? Bro got no job. It's crazy, but I love this show. It's one of my favorite iterations of Looney Tunes. One of my favorite shows in general. And I plan to rewatch it more and more as much as I can, because it's just goodness. It's just peak. It's Looney Tunes show. Come on. Now, before y'all before y'all flame me in the comments, Teen Titans Go is absolutely horrible when it first came out. I remember when this also premiered. Man, I'm old. 2013. Yep, I remember. But listen, bro. The first couple seasons were good. After a while, I agree. Like, now it needs to stop. It needs to end. Like, it's been going on for like 10 years, bro. Like, please, make it stop. Please. But the first seasons were good. Like, you got the songs. You got the pie. When I say I want, you say pie. I want pie. I want pie. When I say you can't fade away the way I feel for you. There ain't no love that can say what. Like, come on, bro. The songs were on fire here from Teen Titans Go. We cannot lie, bro. Okay. And we got the opening. I know. T T A N T A T N E S Teen Titans. Let's go. T. But anyway. Wasn't that bad of a show the first couple of seasons. I understand why it gets the hate it does, but come on, bro. Like, it's my childhood, please. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. You know the rest of the theme song. It's Steven Universe, one of the best animated shows of not just the 2010s, but of all time. The story, the character arcs, all that was masterfully done. The characters are just good, but when I was watching it, I didn't really care for the serious elements. Like, I remember when the show premiered, again, because I'm old, but not too old. Like, I'm 18, so, like, don't flame me, bro. But I remember when the show, Steven, Garnet Amethyst, Cookie Cat, the first episode, Cookie Cat, he's super duper yummy. Cookie Cat, he's a pet for your, I turn my fingers into cats. Like, goofy Steven Universe was my jam. But then, like, when it was starting to get serious, like, 6-year-old me, that's when I started leaving. With most shows, it's like, I don't like the serious stuff. Where's the comedy? Now, I can appreciate it now as I gotten older, the serialization and the story development, plot development. It's a good show. I plan on rewatch it, but I have a bunch of other shows that I need to rewatch. But this is definitely one of the best animated shows of our generation. Next is Clarence, bro. Clarence is just like peak childhood, but it's also like somehow was able to capture what being a child was like, you know. We got the do 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 do. I don't care, cause king of the world. You know the theme song, or you don't. It's all good. But Clarence, well, one episode literally inspired me to make my own the Clarence Bucks episode, I made my own version like Manny Bucks. Well, I remember the first episode, which I remember when this premiered too. God, I'm so old, but I remember it was they're in the whatever the chicken place was called. It was like the Fun Dungeon and the fries, and just like, Clarence, why did you steal my fries? And he was like going crazy, and Sumo was like on his own side quest. But Clarence is just, it's peak. Okay, I'm not saying it's S tier, but it's still a decent, a really good show from my childhood. I had a friend remind me of Clarence. It's just peak childhood, just childhood memories. It's just, come on, man. It just insinuates so well what being a child was like. That's why it's one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. Da 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 da. Let's go. We'll be there. Oh, we'll be there. Oh, fun. You know, I sing very little. I hope the singing that I've done, I hope I don't get copyright claim, but it's Weaver Bears. Funny enough, I have a funny story about this. My mom was like, when they were promoting the show, there was like an episode when they met Chloe, and it was the bear demonstration, because, her project was over bears. They first messed it up, making it cool and stuff, but then they fixed it, because, that's how much they appreciate Chloe as a friend. But, when Riz was moving Panda's tail, my mom was like, what is this? Touching his butt, you're not going to watch this. But guess what? I sneaked and watched it anyway. But Weaver Bears is a peak show. You got Grizz, Panda, Ice Bear, the whole the whole city of San Francisco. I love Weaver Bears. Not only one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows, but a favorite comfort show of mine. Like, come on, bro. I have so many favorite episodes. Panda first meeting Lucy with the peanut allergy. When they had the calzones, get it. Calzones in my mouth, get it. Get it. Calzones in my mouth. Like, it's just a good show. Adventure Time, come on, grab your friends. This show I couldn't watch because my parents found it weird, but I still snuck and watched it because I was mischievous. But guys, come on, it's Adventure Time. Like, it's Adventure Time, bro. Like, one of the greatest animated shows of our time, once again. But bro, even though it was weird, even though I wasn't really watching it, I watched it, but not a fair amount of it to watch, if that makes sense. But I still watched a fair amount, One episode that will always stick with me, bro. Oh, God. And I bet this is the same for all of you. The freaking Freak Deer episode, bro. With the freaky deer, and he was looking. Like, the episode was so weird. And that's like season 6 or 7. I could be wrong. Please don't say 6, 7 in the comments. I'm begging you. But it's like the Freak Deer, bro, in his hands. And he had like the Candy Kingdom. Jake was acting crazy. The episodes have always stuck with me. But this is another show that I have on my rewatch list. I have so many shows that I have on my watch list, then rewatch list. But it was like Gumball, not Gumball. Obviously, I could watch that anytime. But Adventure Time, peak childhood, peak 2010s Cartoon Network, and I love the show. Alright, regular show. Now, this is kind of a cop-out, because I don't really watch it that much, but it's on this list, so, But here's the thing, it's not like in tiers of like, this show is better than this, it's just as it comes and goes, and like by how much I watched it versus the amount I've watched it. But regular show, I didn't really watch it as much as a kid, because it would be airing until like 6 p.m., 7 o'clock, that's when Adult Swim would come up. Like, oh no, I can't watch Adult Swim, because it's for adults. My parents were like, no, Adult Swim. So I would rarely watch regular show, but I would catch a couple episodes here and there. However, I'd say past 12 years old onwards, regular show's been one of my favorite shows, and in fact, is the show that I've been referring to as currently rewatching. I'm on season 4 as of this recording. I plan to resume it and finish it up. That way I can hit Adventure Time and Steven Universe and all that. But regular shows just peak. Mordecai, Rigby. As a kid, you're like, Benson's so mean. Benson, he's so mean to Mordecai and Rigby. But you get older, like, nah, Benson's justified. Like, these bros cannot do a simple job. Put up a chair, y'all, like, have interdimensional monsters coming out. Or, like, I ask you to clean a car, next thing you know, you're in, like, a mob boss fight. Like, bro, all you had to do was set up chairs. But, bro, I love Mordecai and Rigby, but, oh boy, rewatching them, I almost said not piss. It ticks me off. There we go. It ticks me off because like, bro, y'all had a simple chore to put up chairs, like the simplest task you can't rely on. And I understand how it hits close to home as an 18-year-old and older. Like the more you get older, you're like, wow, this hits way too close to home. Because Mordecai and Rigby, they're like early 20-something. They're figuring life out still. But bro, oh my god. Both of them are bad friends, but mainly Rigby, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like upon my rewatch that I'm currently on, Rigby's been getting on my nerves the most, bro, because, like, all you had to do was, oh my god, he's so selfish and arrogant, and then I know Mordecai, Margaret, need more coffee, need more Margaret. That's also one of my most favorite episodes is the coffee episode, bro. Like, that episode was crazy. Coffee. Uncle Grandpa, don't flame me, chat. I know I had Teen Titans Go on here, and then I had Uncle Grandpa, but listen, bro. It was okay. It wasn't the best, I'll admit it, but it was okay. It was our brain rot. You know how we mess with Jen's outfit like, oh, y'all have Skibidi Toilet's weird, and Tung Tung Tung, let me stop, bro. Okay. You get a point. But it's like, come on, bro. Uncle Grandpa wasn't that bad. It was brain rot. I ain't gonna lie, though. The concept was weird. I also remember when this show premiered. God, I am so old, and I'm only 18. But yeah, Uncle Grandpa, like, I don't think it deserves all that slack and hate, bro, that the internet's got, because I know a lot of people didn't like this show, but I did. It wasn't my favorite. I mean, I know it's on this favorite. It wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it. Hence is why it's on here. But it's like, it wasn't that bad. Like, come on now. You got Uncle Grandpa, Mr. Gus, Realistic Flying Tiger, Pizza Steve, Belly Bag, good morning, good morning, good morning. Bro, I don't know what's going on anymore. Next is Scooby-Doo. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, technically it's Scooby-Doo. If you want to be more specific, Mystery Incorporated. I watched a very small amount of this show. Mainly because, like, I wouldn't really catch it that much. But I still like it. It's another show I plan on rewatching because I like Scooby-Doo. And this is one of my favorite iterations. Next, this section is known as Rerun Roadway. It's called this because it's a shows that I watched a lot as a kid. But before y'all call me Unc, I didn't grow up when these shows came out, but I caught reruns of this show, hence the name Rerun Roadway. So that's why these shows are here. So don't be calling me Unc in the comments. Chowder, you take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. You start all up. Yeah, I could go on, bro. The theme song. Chowder, Mungdal, Schnitzel. What was his wife's name? Hold on. Chowder, Mungdal, Schnitzel, Panini. I used to Endive. What was I forgot the fair Mungdal's wife's name, but bro, they were just chilling. The mad crazy adventures in Marzipan City. I remember like watching. My favorite part was like the puppet endings at the end where they'd be making the recipe from whatever episode was playing. Just the town. The color scheme's really good in Chowder. One of the shows I revisited during like COVID was Chowder. So, it was nice, and I was able to introduce my younger siblings to it, so that's also nice as well. It's just Chowder, man. You can't go wrong with it, bro. But not Panini, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Panini's going crazy. Like, I've been rewatching clips. I'm like, oh my god. This girl was, like, crazy for her man Chowder. And Chowder's like, I'm not your boyfriend. It's just Chowder, man. Come on. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. This was one of my favorite rerun shows. Like, I would catch reruns of this as much as I could. At the Adventures of Mag, Blue, Coco, Wilt, Eduardo, the rabbit. I forgot his rabbit's name. Frankie Foster, of course, just getting into wacky adventures at Madam Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I like Blue. I know he's like a horrible person to Mag, but I still like Blue. It's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, I like Foster's Home. Like, Craig McCracken, he knows how to cook, bro. Like, dude knows how to cook. He has Wander Over Yonder. I know that's Disney, but, like, this guy's bald knowledge and bag is just too good, bro. One of the most creative shows I like. It's just funny, bro. Like, I like Foster's Home. The unique designs and the kazoo music. I just love Foster's Home, man. Like, come on. Another show I plan on rewatching. I know I got a lot of shows I need to rewatch, but it's just that good. What's new, Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. Gotta solve that mystery. I see Scooby-Doo. What's new, Scooby-Doo? I would catch this on a mix of Cartoon Network. We would rerun it, but also Boomerang. But I like to consider them kind of the same channel. I know they're not, before y'all get on to me. I'm just saying. But it's like, what's new, Scooby-Doo? I can't really speak much about it. Like, I'd catch it here and there. It was between this, What's New, Scooby-Doo, and Mystery Incorporated. That was my, like, Scooby-Doo viewings as a kid. It was between those two shows. But What's New, Scooby-Doo? It's a nice show. I started rewatching it on Netflix, but then I stopped after 2 years, and then when I went back to visit, it was taken off. But it's another show that I plan on rewatching one day. Oh my god, y'all are gonna be so mad at me for the amount of shows I gotta rewatch. But come on, it's just a good show. It's just good, just good, bro. Just good. It's just goodness, bro. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients to create the perfect little girls. But then an accidental ingredient was added into the mixture, chemical X. Then the power, the sound, pew. So, thus the Powerpuff Girls are born. Using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. I'd watch the show with my mom. We'd catch reruns of this on Cartoon Network because she grew up watching it. But you know, I'd catch reruns of this. This is classic Powerpuff Girls, the AG, aka the OG, aka the good one. Powerpuff Girls, 1998, bro. Peak show, another show I plan on rewatching, and I'm gonna get the complete series of because it's just that good of a show. It's Powerpuff Girls. You can't go wrong, bro. And yeah, I messed with Powerpuff Girls, so what? It's dope, boy. Next is Ed, and Eddie. Let me stop. I'm sorry, I'm not the best whistler. It's Ed, and Eddie. Got the Ed boys and everybody else, Rolf, Kevin, everybody else in the cul-de-sac. That's right. I know the setting and they reside in. Boy, stop playing with me. But yeah, it's just the Ed boys just getting into trouble, scamming people for their coins and money to get them big old job breakers. Not gonna lie, bro. When I first saw like reruns, I remember when I would be watching reruns, I'm like, bro, where can I get a jawbreaker that big? Like, come on, like. I want a jawbreaker that big, but no, it's just Ed and Eddie, classic show. Classic Cartoon Network, classic 90s Cartoon Network, one of the pioneers of Cartoon Network. Like, come on now. You can't go run with Ed, and Eddie. So I'm glad I caught reruns of this show, as many of the other shows that are part of this rerun Roadway segment. It's just Ed, and Eddie, bro. It's like, peak. We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog, abandoned as a pup. He was found by Muriel, who lived in the middle of nowhere with a husband, Eustace Baggs. Grr, but creepy stuff happens in nowhere. It's up to Courage to save his new home. Stupid dog, you make me look bad. Ooga booga booga. Ah! It's Courage the Cowardly Dog, bro. Like, come on. This is a classic Cartoon Network. I'd catch reruns of it, but I'm not gonna lie, they would be so early in the morning, but I still love Courage. I really like the show. I got the complete series on DVD. Bro, I gotta watch it full on one day. Courage is the goat for saving Muriel and sometimes Eustace. They need to get Pete up on Eustace because, bruh, he be scaring and beating Courage. That's not freaking right. It's Courage the Cowardly Dog, Peak Cartoon Network, and this is the end of the rerun Roadway. And now, we reach the end of the video. I talked about my favorite Cartoon Network shows of my childhood. This is not a ranking, but thank you for watching, and this has been SJE07. What were some of your favorite Cartoon Network shows growing up? This could be childhood or adulthood. I mainly want it to be childhood, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's Cartoon Network. Like, you guys gotta let me know in the comments down below. The next video will most likely be over Disney cartoons or my favorite childhood Disney show, so be prepared for that. Once again, you have listened to and looked at the video from the awesomeness, let me chill, that is of SJE07. Thank you for visiting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.